In the competition, you can see the clock is down there in the center of your screen. And on your screen right there in the green, that is lane number 9. That's Big Kip Energy from CrossFit Itasca. Here comes lane 6. That's Smalls and Talls. Looks like they're trying to take the heat. They're back to their deadlifts. This must be their last set. And I'm imagining that she is the Smalls of the group, but she is crushing those deads. And here come her teammates. Jenny's got to bring those knees up in order to keep her feet off the mat. They've got 5 reps left. Karma Police is working through those deadlifts as fast as they can right in front of them. Lane 5 is Blue Eyes and Thick Thighs doing what they can to move through all of this work. Talls and Smalls, Smalls and Talls is on the wall now working through some handstand push-ups. These are strict handstand push-ups to a 5-inch target. So that is a ab mat on top of a 25-pound plate. And here comes Weights Before Dates down the chute. They tricked me. And here comes Smalls and Talls. They're going to get in under 7 minutes. Awesome finish for both of those teams. Anybody on the wall is going to be pretty close to being done. So here comes Karma Police. They're going to shoot down, get across the line. About a 7:18 unofficially. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams across the finish. Here comes 3 peas in a wad. You can see there's Smalls and Talls posing for a little picture down there, and then that brings in Okay at Best across the finish line. And here comes Scaled It. right, they have 2 minutes left to finish the work here.
The fuel it needs without the crash. 150 milligrams of clean caffeine from green tea, fully loaded with hydration essentials like potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, and electrolytes. All natural, no bullshit. Killcliff, fueling the American dream. Available in 3 killer flavors. Official partner of the Navy SEAL Foundation. Buy now at killcliff.com.
Can we? There we are. All right. Intermediate teams. Let's see if this is the right division. Yes. CrossFit 701. That is what I have on my page. Hopefully we are getting some more viewers on YouTube. We had a little loss of coverage there for a minute. The joys of technology. I'm not sure what happened up in the control booth. I was unaware of it for a little bit, but it appears we're back up and running. So if you're here with me, you have the new link. Hopefully that we can start putting that out. But this is a heat of intermediate teams of females, teams of 3. And they are working on the battle in sync, which is deadlifts, one person working at a time. And then they've got toes to bar, where one person will hang on the bar and the other individual does the toes to bar. And then handstand push-ups. In intermediate, I believe the standard is that the one person will be holding the handstand, and then the other person will be doing strict handstand push-ups to a 5-inch elevated target. So that's a 25-pound plate with an ab mat on top of it. All these athletes are pretty much staying together right now. Not a whole lot of separation on the field. We do have a couple of people that have moved on to their handstand push-ups. That is lane number 4 in the left side of your screen. Waist in management, and then right next to them in lane 5 is my first time with 2 girls. Clever name there. And then down the way on the right side of your screen is gonna, in the purple shorts, you can just barely see them, but they're crushing those. They're headed back to their deadlift. That's lane 10, team wad bottom. And so basically anybody that's back to the deadlift bar is ahead of those who are on the handstand push-up wall, and then the handstand push-ups are ahead of those who are on toes to bar. It might get a little murky the further on we go into the workout, because it'll get harder to keep track of it throughout the linear progression, but I'm good, thanks. But we are happy to be here. These girls look so strong. Let's see here. Who do we have competing right now? CrossFit 701, lane 1. CrossFit 701, that's a local affiliate here in Fargo. Barbell and Bade I want to say Brunettes, but it's Brunettes, is from Integration Fitness. Teacher's Pet, local team here from CrossFit Fargo. Waste Management is from CrossFit Foes, which is an affiliate that has a couple of teams competing this weekend, actually, from South Dakota. So they've got CrossFit Foes, and then I think there's Foes West, and there might be one more team that they have. And then there's lane 5 working on their toes bar right there. Fitness Untamed, that's my first time with 2 girls. And then Work Hard, Be Strong next to them. Mother Thruster is in lane number 7. And lane number 8 is Foes West Best. So there's another, that's from the West Side Foes location. I hope I'm saying that right. If there's anyone tuning in from South Dakota, I hope that I'm saying that right. I'm still, Marcus announcement, still working through some of this live feed, trying to get the kinks out, trying to let everybody know, get the word out there that we're using a new link. So if you are watching, would you please share it with people or let people know? Maybe share it to your Facebook. If you're an affiliate owner, share it to your Facebook page so that people know that we are on a different link. I don't know if those links can only handle a certain amount of coverage or if it was our software. I'm not sure what the malfunction was, but no need to dwell. We are up and running again. So we've got 2 athletes up front working on the deadlifts, and then on your screen right now, someone had to get a little boost up to the bar there. That is lane number 13, and that is Team Thrills from the Hills. And then right next to them in lane 14 is Installing Muscles. Please wait. All right. We are getting ready to start our next heat. This is intermediate men. Dr. Amy, do you want to hop on and talk about your athlete recovery area? If you want to, you can. I think the people are probably getting tired of hearing my voice. Just talk about what you're doing for athletes. Just like that. And then that microphone's a little weak, so pop that baby right up to your mouth. That was off mic, so good. Thank you. Okay. Can you give me a little test?
Test. Ooh,
Yep.
that is big.
Yeah. Can you hear yourself in your...
Yeah.
There you go.
I sure can.
Okay. So just while we're waiting for this next heat to start, I've got Amy Kemper of the, Move Chiropractic, who is in charge of our athlete recovery area. And we heard from Travis Pribula earlier, who was singing your praises. So can you talk a little bit about what you're doing for the athletes?
Singing my praises. That's nice of him. No, we wanted to just do something a little bit unique, I guess, for the athlete recovery area. So we have about, on every shift, we've got about 2 PTs or 2 chiros and then a massage therapist. So we have a lot of manual therapy going on. We got some Graston, some Factor, lots of taping, hypervolts. There's lots of people. We've got like 4 hypervolts back there running around. People are doing that. So yeah.
And what's the primary concern, like, that athletes come to you with? Like, what do they struggle with the most, or what do they want done the most?
I think, middle of day 2, what's happening back there now is everyone's just starting to feel the competition. So lots of aches and pains. The outdoor battle one, those sandbag cleans were extremely heavy for a lot of people. So everyone's coming in feeling pretty sore after that. And then after the first day, the heavy snatches had a few sore shoulders, but all in all, it's been a pretty good, not a lot of major injuries. We had 1 Achilles rupture on the floor earlier.
Okay.
But other than that, nothing too crazy, which is awesome.
I managed to miss that, so...
Yeah, you missed it because he was so hardcore that he was like, I think he was doing pull-ups or something, came off the bar just fine, took a step, tripped, which is when it happened. And then he proceeded to go strict press like 185 pounds and finish the round.
Wow.
And then walked off. So that's why he missed it.
Good Lord.
I know.
Mm-hmm. All right. So just to fill in everybody at home, this is, where's my little marker deal? Here it is. This is our 28th heat, I think, of the event. Nope, 29th. In lane number 3, we've got 204 Always Soar. And lane 4, Gee Thanks, Just Wad It. Lane 5, Your Pace or Mine. 6 is The Dude. 7, Shroop Farms. 8, I think it's a guy.
A white guy.
A white guy, a native and a Brazilian walk into a gym. 9 is Big Money. That's a Bismarck affiliate. 10 is Push Crew, local from Fargo. 11 is Strong Roots and Glutes from Strong Roots here in West Fargo. 12 is We Just Met. 13, Bigger and Brian. And 14 is Scaled Team 6. So
I like it. That must be a SEAL team reference.
I think so, yeah.
I am not going to lie. I think one of my favorite things outside of the actual competition itself is team names.
So my favorite so far are, there's one that's called Scaled It. And then this one has a good one, Your Pace or Mine, which I thought was really funny. And then
I liked like Imam Your Mom. I saw that one earlier. Imam Your Mom was really good. Who was the other one that I saw?
These are all the team names here. These are the women. These are scaled, intermediate.
Imam Your Mom was really good.
There's one that's like bigger, balder. It's a master's team, I think. Bigger, badder, balder, fatter.
Yep, that was the one. Yeah, this was my other one. I'm probably not air friendly, but.
A spud and a burro carrying a donkey is what I say.
Except it's not a donkey. It's
right.
different. It's a different word.
And I just love that someone named their team White Claw. I think that's hilarious.
Weights before dates.
And then these are some masters.
Gradually older, wiser, and taller.
And there was a team last year. I wonder if some of these are the same. Last year there was a team called Tall, Bald, and Handsome, and it was like each person was a thing, you know?
Someone was tall, someone was
So
bald.
there was lots of jokes about like
Who is the handsome one? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for those of you watching at home, I'm not sure if we got the workout graphic up or not, but these are intermediate males, teams of 3. And down here in front in the purple, this is a local team. This is Push Crew. That's Joe Bales on the bar just cranking out some deadlifts. And they're going to head back to their toes to bar. And they can work through the deadlifts one athlete at a time. And then when they get to the toes to bar has to be completed with one athlete hanging from the bar and then one athlete doing the toes to bar. And you would be surprised at how difficult this actually is. Like the just hanging there really, really taxes you.
Sucks, yeah.
And then it's a similar thing once they get to the wall in their first couple of rounds. So you'll notice in the right-hand corner of your screen, there's the Push Crew, and you'll see, I think that's Devin doing his handstand push-ups, and he's able to kip. This must be the second portion of it. In the first portion, they had to do strict handstand push-ups to a target, which is the plate with the mat. And then let's pan out wide. There we go. You can see a couple of teams coming in across the finish line. The white guy native and a Brazilian, Push Crew, and the whoever is in lane 6 here. You just came across the finish line. Work hard, be strong. Here comes Shroot Farms across the finish line. So lots of teams coming in there's a big bubble there. So there's Big Muddy from Bismarck coming across. Time is called when the last person from the team gets across the line. Here comes, what lane is that? 12. That is going to be the 3 Muscleteers. And we have 2 teams named the Muscleteers. There's one that is Muscleteers, and I think that's an RX team, and then we have an intermediate team called the Muscleteers.
Good distinction.
Yeah.
Muscleteers not to be confused with
The Muscleteers.
the Muscleteers.
So down there on the screen, you've got lane 13 working through handstand push-ups at the Thrills from the Hills. 701 in lane 5 just squeaked across, and then here comes the Thrills from the Hills coming across, and then 14 is installing muscles. Please wait. Also very clever. Lane number 3 is coming across, 204 always sore, and then right behind them is G Thanks, just wad it. So now we've got just one team left. And I believe, I don't think I have the standards for teams of 3 up here with me, but I thought it was a 12-minute time cap. And so lane 14 here has plenty of time as we're only 7 minutes in.
What I am surprised by, I have not seen a lot of creative outfits this round. I'm trying to think of any really. I've seen some guys that have been sporting some pretty fun shorts.
Jeff Bossy from the Masters age 40 to 44 division.
Jeff has been.
I don't know what was actually on those shorts, but they were pink, and then his shirt had the like tiger stripe rips in it.
Yep. I saw a group outside when I was doing medical stuff out there. They were wearing like cutoffs that like circa 1980s style with the slits going up, you know?
Oh, yeah. So we've got installing muscles, please wait. Trying to finish up here. They're on their handstand push-ups, and then they'll make a sprint to the finish. Time is called. Oh, look at them go. There, they hustled right in there. Nice work, everybody. So now As we're in between heats, we're going to have the crew come out. They're going to reset everything. We've got an intermediate team of males coming up. And while we're getting set, why don't we get a word from one of our sponsors? Steep Me a Cup of Tea is a legendary local here in town, and they are also a vendor in our vendor village, and they're offering 10% off the entire purchase of drinks or tea here or at their Steep Me location. So if you have your Dakota Games athlete or volunteer badge with you, you can get 10% off your entire purchase. So please feel free to take advantage of that and visit Steep Me a Cup of Tea. All right. We are back. Hopefully looks like we're still streaming here. Okay, and Grinders is in lane 1. Okay, so these heats are done. We are in intermediate.
Team of 3.
Intermediate team of 3. These are males.
Yes.
In lane 1 is Grinders. Lane 2, Cold Front from CrossFit 701. Whiskey Only Diet. Lane 3 from CrossFit Icehouse. Oh, this is another favorite team name, Amy. Mount Crushmore from South Dakota. Team Credence, lane 5. Box Junkies, lane 6. CrossFit Progression from Minnesota, lane 7. The Wolfpack from CrossFit Brown and Gold. That team is from Wyoming in lane 8. And 2 Americans and 1 foreigner. That is CrossFit Fargo.
Yeah.
10 is Too Pretty to Win, CrossFit 807. Dad Bods and Hot Wads is CrossFit Detroit Lakes. In lane 11, lane 12 is Team Excel from South Dakota. 13 is Amino Disrespect from CrossFit Fargo. 14 is Team No Box from Ring the Bell Fitness. And Team 15 is I Got Worms.
I want to know what that means.
I Got Worms?
Yeah.
Haven't you ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
No.
I Got Worms. That's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
You don't remember that?
I haven't seen that movie in years.
I've
probably offended the whole internet now, and you're gonna get hate mail about it.
No, that's okay. There's a part where he's like, they're gonna open a pet store or something, and he goes to the lady, I got worms, and she's like, he's saying to her, I got worms, and she looks at him really funny. He goes, that's what we're gonna call it. You gotta Google it.
I'm going to.
Or YouTube it.
I'm gonna watch it. So as you're announcing, I want to know, have you introduced the world to OPE yet? Have you said OPE on your live feed?
I'm sure that I probably have. I haven't caught myself, but I just ran into a coach out there in the vendor village, and I was chatting with him about one of his athletes, and he said that he had some other people from down south watching the live stream, and they had texted him and said, is that really how people talk up there?
It's real life, everyone. It is how we talk up here.
I do say OPE. I'm sure that I've said it. I'm not happy to reinforce the stereotype, but I know that I do. So
hey, the glove fits. It's okay.
Right.
For those of you who are not from North Dakota or anywhere near us, we pretty much say OPE all the time, and we don't realize we say it. We don't know the things that we do, but
yeah,
it means about 30 different words up here and can be used in a multitude of different situations.
Mostly it precedes I'm sorry, or it's like an alternative time.
You've definitely said OPE several times.
Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you found the new link too. All right. So as we're watching this team of intermediate male teams of 3 move through, kind of the way that you can keep up with the progression of the workout is that the deadlifts are the first portion, anything on the pull-up rig is the second, and then the handstand is the third. So people on the handstand push-ups are going to be ahead of those people on the rig, and the rig is going to be ahead of the people on the deadlifts, unless there's been a That is what that is. Hang on, I gotta hop off for 1 second. Alrighty. So, you like deadlifts?
Oh, they're my favorite. Have you polled the internet? Squats versus deadlifts?
I have not. Like, do you mean in terms of which they would prefer to do?
Yeah. I'm a deadlift person.
Yeah. There's not really a way.
Not a way to pull them.
Well, you can pull them, but like, I don't think it's as easy to comment on YouTube as it is on Facebook, and
That's fair.
there's not as much engagement here as there is on Facebook. But if you're interested in answering the question, you can let Dr. Amy know if you prefer squats over deadlifts.
In which case, you would be wrong. Do you know what else I realized that you North Dakota probably said on the internet? Bag. So like sandbag. We say bag really funny in North Dakota. When I did grad school, I went to grad school in St. Louis, and anytime I would say the word bag, like B-A-G.
The Wolfpack is across the line in 4:53. That is quick.
Wow.
Gage Hunt says squats all day.
Oh, I don't know, Gage. I just don't know. I want to like squats. I just don't.
Right. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, another one coming in. Team Excel crosses the finish line. Oh, another one crossing. Looks like box junkies. Mount Crushmore finishing off. Team No Box crossing the finish line. Cold Front finishing up with Grinders right behind. Two Americans, one foreigner. Too pretty to win across the line. Few teams working with plenty of time.
Awesome. Okay, and this is Amino Disrespect just across the finish line. A couple of teams still working. There's a team from CrossFit Fargo. Oh no. Here comes CrossFit Progression, and right behind them is lane number 11, which is Dad Bods and Hot Wads. So we've got lane number 3, which is Whiskey Only Diet. Still out there working. And here come a couple of the competitors to help cheer them on.
They got 4 minutes left to finish up. Oh, there they go.
And they'll make it. That's Eric Melby from CrossFit Fargo across at 8:19 unofficially. I didn't know he was a whiskey guy. Yeah. All right, so they are going to change out the field, the floor, And we're going to move on to RX teams of 3, which are going to be really fun to watch. So while they're doing that, let's hear from one of our sponsors. All right, our next heat is the RX teams of 3, completing in sync. And this is a little bit different. We're going to get to see some handstand walking this time. So they'll have a 100-foot handstand walk buy-in at the beginning. They can split it up however they want to. One person walks at a time. And then after that, they've got 10, 14, 18, 22 reps of deadlifts, 305 pounds for the men, 215 pounds for the women. And then synchro toes to bar. So synchro toes to bar is synchro at the top, meaning the feet have to touch at the same time. And then synchro handstand push-ups. Men have to do strict. Women are allowed to do kipping. So what that looks like is the men and the women will have to be synchro on the lockout at the top. And this is a 12-minute time cap. Here come our judges. They just had a little meeting talking about the new standards. They're getting ready to greet their athletes as they come to their starting position, and they will brief them on the standards. And then here are our lane assignments. Then we have Heart, Body, and Swole, Roots and Glutes, Team 308, Swole Sisters, Wild Wild West Side or She-Hulks, CrossFit Fargo in lane 9, Claw Dog Clan, 2 Blondes and a Brunette, White Claws, and Thunder Thighs. right, the ladies have taken the floor. This is RX teams of 3 doing the workout in sync. Not spelled like the former boy band. And heat assignments have been up there for quite a while, but we've got Heart, Body, and Swole from Amicus, Roots and Glutes from Strong Roots, 308 from White Knights, Swole Sisters, CrossFit Soulfire, Wild Wild Westers from Faux West in South Dakota, She-Hulks from CrossFit Brown and Gold in Wyoming, CFF for CrossFit Fargo, Claudad Clan, CrossFit Claudad, or Clauda, Blonde and a Brunette walk into a box, White Claws from CrossFit Fargo, and Thunder Thighs from CrossFit Billings. So they've got a 100-foot handstand walk buy-in, and they can break it up however they need to. Looks like a couple of the teams have someone walking that they feel pretty confident about. White Claws have got an athlete who's just going to take care of the whole dang thing for him. I think that's Nicole Wald.
Yep.
She's coming back, and then right next to them is in Thunder Thighs. And I wonder if that girl wasn't a former gymnast, because she was just putting on a clinic on the bar, on the pull-up rig the other day, or the other heat, with her handstand walks, or with her pull-ups and bar muscle-ups. Once they're done with the 100-foot handstand walk buy-in, then they can move on to their deadlifts. And Thunder Thighs is already onto the pull-up rig. We still have some people working through that handstand walk. And they're doing their synchro toes to bar. And like I said, the toes have to be synchro at the top. You can see the one athlete is kind of looking over to try to keep pace with the other one. Right next to them, there's the White Claws onto their synchro toes to bar. That's Robin Miller and Nicole Wald. And then Caitlin Adderhold is now hopping onto the bar. And down here in the bright orange, right down lane 7, that is the Wild Wild Westsiders from South Dakota. And now lane 8 is on the She-Hulks, and lane 9, CrossFit Fargo. Bree and Nikki up on the bar in the red shorts there. Next to the orange in lane 6 is those in the blue shirt. That's Swole Sisters. And now it looks like we've got CrossFit Fargo and the White Claws on the wall, and Thunder Thighs. Are they already through their second set of deadlifts and back on the pull-up rig?
I missed it. I was staring at the handstand push-ups.
I guess. I think they might be one round ahead. We still got a couple over here in lanes 2 and 3 working on their handstand walks, just about finished. And then a big section of people working through the deadlifts. They're back on the deadlifts. Oh. And then in lane 4, team 308. It's having a hard time with the synchro handstand push-ups. Got a couple no reps there. And they just kicked down. That was the red and black shirt you just saw come off the wall. Looks like we got a little bit of an injury there. Doing a little bit of a limp. Not sure what the story is there. Straight down the middle of the screen is lane 8. That's She-Hulks right there in bright orange. That's right next to them, lane 7, the Wild Wild West Siders. Working through their synchro toes to bar. I love it when they wear matching outfits. It's so much easier to keep track of them. Back there, that appears to be lane 8. The She-Hulks working on their handstand push-ups with the pink shoes. Right next to them in the red pants, that is CrossFit Fargo. 2 CrossFit Fargo teams out there, and one of them got the CFF name, and the other one's the White Claws. Just everybody's doing a great job working through either handstand push-ups or toes to bar. We got a couple on the deadlifts. Lane 11, that...
Wow, Thunder Thighs has got that synchro handstand, or the
handstand push-ups?
Handstand push-ups down.
You can tell they train together.
They most definitely do.
Here's Caitlin Adderhold on the deadlift bar, but up on your screen is lane 11, which on my sheet says it's open, so I wonder if that's the blondes and a brunette walk into a box. And on your screen there in lane 13, that is Thunder Thighs working through those deadlifts. And most athletes, if they plan it out, as soon as they're done with their last set of deadlifts, they're going to go ahead and roll that deadlift bar out into the concrete area in front of them so that they can make room for a sprint to the finish. And that will be a nice signal for us to know who is where. Can I check something?
How do I know that it's already?
About 5.5 minutes left to finish this.
All right, we got some action on the live stream here, apparently. A lot of talk about the Thunder Thighs team.
Yeah, they're cruising.
They are from CrossFit Billings, so it must be all their friends back home in Montana.
I mean, look at them. There they go. They're on the screen right now. They have those. They're in sync. I know that's another team name on this.
No,
so.
that's the name of the event.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
The name of the event is. We need to caffeinate more. We've been here for too long today.
Yeah.
Man, those girls are good.
And they are going to sprint to
There
the
they
finish.
go.
Thunder Thighs bringing it in 7:24 unofficially.
I love watching the White Claws team from CrossFit Fargo too, because Nicole on their team is so short compared to her 2 teammates.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's her, she's got little legs, and then her other two teammates just have legs for days. So watching them do the toes to bar and handstand push-ups.
Mm-hmm. So we are 8 minutes into a 12-minute time cap workout. Soulfire there in lane 8. She-Hulks. Oh, that's just kidding. Lane 6. My glasses, I'm running out of vision.
You're running out of vision?
I've been awake too long. There is the Soul Sisters from CrossFit Soulfire, which is a little bit of a tongue twister. I didn't do my how now brown cow practice before I started this heat.
Aluminum, linoleum, aluminum.
Lane 7 in the orange is Wild Wild West, and then just hopping off, that's the White Claw team. Is that I couldn't tell if that was my eyes or if the feed was a little pixely.
It's hard to tell at this point in the day for you, I'm sure.
Here we have a lot of females that I'm guessing are in that last set of deadlifts. And Bree is crushing. She's in the red pants there. She's going to hand it off to Nikki, who will step in. Lane 10 is the Clawdaw clan. They're working through their deadlifts. And Nikki's going to finish up these deadlifts in lane 9 while her teammates wait back for her at the bar to start those toes to bar. Looks like a lot of people are here in their last, I'm assuming it's their last set of toes to bar or very close to it. Lane 8 there in the gray sports bras, that's the She-Hulks from CrossFit Brown and Gold out in Wyoming. And then there's the West Siders from South Dakota in the middle, and then there in the blue on the handstand push-ups is the Swole Sisters from CrossFit Soulfire. Then over there on the left, lane 2, that is Heart, Body, and Swole. Lane 3, Roots and Glutes. So that's Jenny Majerus and a couple of her friends. I don't remember the names of the other 2 athletes, but from West Swole Sisters are done, and they're going to make a break for it. It's 10:17 unofficially. And they're excited. They're the second group in.
Got some limping in lane 4, it appears.
Well, that's Renell. So there's Jenny Majerus and Renell, right? And then I don't know the other one's name, but they're hopping up on the bar.
That's Katie.
Katie from
Strong Arms.
Roots and Glutes.
Roots and Glutes.
Team Roots and Glutes. Lane 10 on the right-hand side, that's Claude Clan. Right next to them in the green is Blonde and a Brunette walking to a box, and right next to them is the White Claws, who have got to be on the last set of toes to bar there. It looks like CrossFit Fargo is just right in front of them, finishing up their handstand push-ups, which appear they were getting a rough start with the synchro, but 8 is going to beat them to it. She-Hulks are going to get across the line.
.30 seconds left.
Looks like CrossFit Fargo's having just a little bit of trouble getting the synchro down. Got to be synchro at the top. So as long as they can both get up there at the same time before one falls down, the rep is good. And there they go. They got 3 seconds for Nikki to get across.
Ooh,
And I think that she did.
Just in the nick of time.
All right, now we have another little equipment change because we only have 1 heat of RX female teams. So next up is RX males. We're going to have 2 heats of those. So while they're changing out the weights, let's take a break and hear from one of our sponsors. Unreal Tats is one of our vendors here this year, and they are a pool-proof, sweat-proof temporary tattoo company, and we are happy to have them on board. There have been a lot of athletes and fans and spectators who have had a lot of fun with the temporary tattoos this year, and so they have had a lot of different options. They've got like full arm sleeves and leg sleeves and things like that they can do for people. So we've had a lot of fun having them here. So if you are here, you can stop by and pick up your custom Dakota Games limited edition temporary tattoo. All right. And we are back. This graphic has the right team names, but I did not get the title. This is not Wings in 3, 2, 1. This is In Sync. This is In Sync. This is RX teams of 3 doing In Sync. And those are our lane assignments. Those are the right people, just the wrong workout name. All right, we're getting ready. These guys are going to have a 100-foot handstand walk. And they are off. It does not look like anyone is having any problems getting started. They've got their teammates close by in case they need a sub. A couple people stepping down. Taylor Nagel making quick work of that first 50 feet. He is sprinting down lane number 10 in the green shirt there. Everyone else right behind him. Let's pan back to a wide shot so we can see everybody. Thank you. Oh, and then he stumbles right at the finish, and here's Beauty Brains and Biceps. Oh, and he got no rep. There he goes right back. So, looks like CrossFit COL, City of Lakes, back to the deadlift bar with Dad Bods right behind him. Nick Nelson in the green shirt, lane 10, from Dad Bods, or 2 Dad Bods and a dad and 2 Dad Bods. And their weight on the bar is I think 305, if I remember correctly. And now a lot of teams back to the pull-up bar. And 2 teams now on to the handstand push-ups. The stipulation here is that they are strict handstand push-ups. And 2 Dad Bods getting no rep right off the bat. They have to be synchro strict handstand push-ups, so they have to be strict at the top. They don't necessarily have to move exactly at the same pace or anything like that, but what needs to happen is that they need to be locked out at the same time at the top of the movement, at the end range of motion, before one person drops back down or breaks their elbow. And when I mean breaks their elbow, like breaks the plane of their elbow or the extension of their elbow, not actually breaks their elbow. And we're back to deadlifts for a lot of people. Some teams have advanced. Well, in lane 11, we've got Strong Reds Black. Tyler Smith working on finishing up those deadlifts so his partners can start on the toes bar. Down here in lane 3 on the very end, left side of your screen, is CrossFit Rock Solid. All right. On your screen there is lane number 4, City of Lakes CrossFit. We've got two City of Lakes teams. So we've got City of Lakes in lane 4 and we've got City of Lakes in lane 13. In the pink shirt or orange or red or whatever color that is in lane 9, that is U3R, the Frenchies from Canada. He passed the barbell off to one of his friends, one of his Frenchie friends, and now him and the other teammate are working on those toes bar. The tricky thing about this workout well, not the tricky thing, but just the unfortunate thing about this workout is that you spend a lot of time taxing your grip. You'll see, I've seen it in some of the other heats, athletes will be shaking out their arms and their hands because it is a lot of time on the pull-up bar, hanging from the pull-up bar. So that's a lot of weight hanging from your grip. And then when you're doing those deadlifts, that's a lot of weight hanging from your grip as well. There's lane 12, making quick work of those synchro toes bar weights before dates from CrossFit Amicus. And right next to them, lane 13, that's City of Lakes. And then on your screen, in the army green shirt, that's lane number 4. And that is the other City of Lakes team. Right next to them, shirtless, is Bubs and Dubs from CrossFit Mount Juliet. Lots of competitors on that back wall working through those handstand push-ups. It's kind of hard to keep track of everybody and who's in the lead. Usually, one of the things that you will see is once we approach that last set of deadlifts, once they're done, they will roll their deadlift bar out of the way so that they can have that out of the way for their sprint to finish, but they might just run around it too. Taking a little breather there in the pink shirt in the middle of your screen, that is lane number 9, You Are the Frenchies, before he has to sub in. And then directly in front of him in lane 5, Bubs and Dubs from CrossFit Mount Juliet. There is a 10-minute time cap on this event, so they have plenty of time. So, Bubs and Dubs from CrossFit Mount Juliet is from Tennessee. That is a long way to travel. So if you are watching your friends from Tennessee on the live stream, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Bubs and Dubs for making the trip, being here with us. Let's go wide again, please. You'll see lane 3, CrossFit Rock Solid. Right in the middle in the red, that is lane 8. That's the 3 muscle-teers from CrossFit Amicus. Right behind them in the green is that's the 2 dad bods and a dad from CrossFit Fargo. And there's Nick Nelson, the tall athlete in the middle, making quick work of those deadlifts. And right behind him in lane 13, who just tagged in his partner in the gray shirt, is CrossFit City of Lakes. Lane number 11 in the black shirts on the rig, that's the Strong Ruts Black team. And right here in the center in lane 8 in the black shirt, the 3 muscle-teers, CrossFit Amicus. And Team Bubs and Dubs from Tennessee is across the line, unofficially 8:34. They are going to be the heat winners. And you 3 are Frenchies just across the line. Dad bods there in the green trying to work through their handstand push-ups. I don't think that handstand push-ups are Nick Nelson's favorite movement by any means, but it's definitely not bad at them. Probably not the way he wants to end a workout, though. They're doing pretty good. And then here comes lane number 12. Weights before dates is into the finish. 9:42 on the clock. There's a 12-minute cap on this workout. So we have 1, 2, 3 teams across the finish line, maybe 4. I'm losing track of them. They walk all over the place. I think there's 4. There's 4 across the finish at this point. Lots of time left, 2 minutes left. Out here in lane number 6 in the red shirt, that is Laurel from CrossFit Momentum, or Momentum CrossFit, excuse me. Here goes the Frenchies up the lane. And Strong Moves Black is going to get into the finish under the time cap. And Beauty, Brains, and Biceps across the finish and under the time cap. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. Make that 4 teams out there still working as City of Lakes comes across the finish. Dad Bod's just having a hard time. They just got no reps. Got to be synchro at the top of that movement. The other difficult thing about the handstand push-up standard is that the feet must remain within the width of the arm. So the hands have to stay within the tape. If you see the white tape marks on the mats there, the hands have to stay within the tape lines. They can go onto the tape, they just can't go outside of the tape. And then the feet have to stay within the width of the hands, which a lot of times when you're tired, your feet won't display to help you stabilize a little bit more. And that is just not allowed. You can kind of see Taylor Nagel shaking out his arms. He has been upside down a lot as Tyler and Nick cycle out. And Tyler falls off the wall. I believe that's City of Lakes in lane 4. Working through it, and they have 5 seconds. And that's where it'll end. Okay, so we have one more heat of RX males. Little photo opportunity there at the bottom of your screen. Team got a picture with their judge.
Do you want me to edit those pictures now? Here we are, but this is not quite like the movies. Everything plays out in real time. No pretty boys or pretty girls and orchestral moments. No arc of a good storyline. Just news events and precedents. Walls of graffiti. Rain that won't fall down from the sky. Designer bags that make me mad. Expensive new sneakers. Shouting for space in my mind. Where is the one who was coming to save me? Where is the smile and the final embrace? And where is the twist at the end of the story?
All right, individual age groups is up there. That's the schedule for tomorrow. So here at the Shields Arena, we will have 2 events. For individuals, they're going to be doing the 4-star workout in the morning, and then in the afternoon, they will do the all the way up, which, spoiler alert, has rope climbs in it. So our teams are taking the field or the floor. Can we get... There it is. So this is our second heat of RX teams of 3, the male division, and they are taking the floor right now. We've got Ruthless in Pursuit in lane 3, Mr. Clean and the Boys, Knights, Team Gerard, Power and Motion Grit. That says 31% better than Brady, but I believe their actual team name is supposed to be 1% better than Brady. We put the D in Delicious, Black Sheep Gang, JC and the Sunshine Band, EHP, Meat Market, Foes, Workhorses, and Congruent Strength. So we are going to get ready to start this event. RX teams, they have a 100-foot handstand walk buy-in. They can split it up however they want to between the 3 athletes. And then after that, they've got deadlifts, toes to bar, and strict handstand push-ups. Toes to bar and strict handstand push-up must be synchro. We're looking for the signal from the judges that they're all ready. There's Mike Cadre in the center of the floor. Cadre Mike at Cadre Mike on Instagram, and he's our MC for the event. He's been doing a great job. And then they are off. And they're going to have 12 minutes to complete this work. Oh. A little bit of a maze out there, keeping everybody on track. Lane 6 made pretty quick work. Team Gerard of the first 50 meters, and they are cruising on the way back. Also, lane 13 is going pretty quick, too. That's Foes Workhorses. I like this wide shot, and then you can see where everybody's at. So Foes Workhorses, Power and Motion Grit, Team Gerard are the first 3 across that first 100-meter mark, all right, 100-foot mark. And Black Sheep Gang no repped at the last second. Has to redo that last 10-foot section. And Ruthless in Pursuit. One more little baby step over that red line, and they got it. Onto the deadlifts. And then on to the synchro toes to bar. The movement has to be synchro at the top. So even if one set of feet gets up there sooner than the others, the other teammate can match it, and then they can bring the feet down. Kudos to all of our judges who are volunteering to judge this event, because it is a difficult thing to judge this many moving pieces. A lot more taxing, counting constantly. You're doing 10 things at once. You're counting. You're evaluating whether or not things are moving at the same time, if they end up in the same place at the same time. You're also looking at standards of things like opening the hips and shoulders behind a barbell and things like that. So the judges have a lot on their mind. So it looks like we have a couple of teams back to the barbell already. Lane 8 is 1% better than Brady. That appears to be Nate King out there doing some deadlifts. In front of him, he's in the green shirt in the middle of the screen. His team is waiting for him to hop on the bar. That's the guy in the shirtless with red leggings. And then back there that you can see in the orange train shirt, that is lane 14. And that is Congruent Strength from CrossFit East 10. Synchro handstand push-ups. These are strict, and they have to be synchro at the top, so they can drop down at a different pace and press out at a different pace. They just have to match at the top. Best way to work through those is to wait for the okay from the judge and hear them count the rep for them. In lane number 9, nice and tall there in the middle, as we put the D in Delicious from New Ulm CrossFit. And on the bar in front of you in the maroon shirt, that is lane number 4, and that is Mr. Clean and the boys from Your Fit. Lane number 7 there, right in the center, shirtless, is Power and Motion Grit from Power and Motion CrossFit. And in the blue shirt right in front of him, that would be Team Gerard. If you are watching from home and you're not sure why someone would name their team Team Gerard, he is a CrossFit Games athlete who was eliminated for testing positive for banned substances. And I believe that they are being very funny when they make that name. Maybe that they have an advantage. There on the screen in the left, all 3 teammates are shirtless. That is lane 7, Power and Motion Grit. Left of them in blue shirt and Dakota Games shirt is Team Gerard working through their toes to bar. And to the left of them in lane 5, also in Dakota Games shirts, is Knights from White Knights CrossFit. Lane number 10 there, black shirts, purple and green shorts, making quick work of the toes to bar. Black Sheep Gang, and just right of them is JC and the Sunshine Band. And they are from Synergy Strength. I'm gonna check this live feed and make sure we're still live here. Frenchy Power. Let's go Strong Roots. All right. Lane, let's see here, 13, far right of your screen, looking good on the toes to bar. That's CrossFit Foes Workhorses. That's from an affiliate in South Dakota. All right. We are 6 minutes into this 12-minute time cap. Teams are still making their way through it. On the left side of your screen, lane number 3, that's Ruthless in Pursuit, working through some strict handstand push-up. Right next to them, that's lane number 4, Mr. Clean and the boys. And right next to them is the Knights from White Knights CrossFit. Red shirts, Ruthless. That's how you can remember that in lane 3. On the opposite end, In the orange shirt right off the end, that's 14. Congruent strength. Left of them is Foes Workhorses, also from South Dakota. And then left of them is EHP Meat Market. EHP is a Moorhead affiliate. There's Congruent Strength working through their toes to bar. Those are some fun shorts. Black Sheep Gang. Black Sheep Gang getting a lot of love on the YouTube channel. All the way from Florida. Lane number 10. Working on the deadlifts. There's lane number 9 on the screen. We put the D and Delicious right next to them. On the right of them is Black Sheep Gang. Probably not terrified of our weather, but probably also not really enjoying it that much either. So that is lane 10 right there. There's Black Sheep Gang for you guys. And we've got Power and Motion Grit coming across the finish line. They're excited about that. Here comes Nate King. Let's go to a wide shot. Nate King's coming back to the deadlift bar, and I wish you could have seen the way he sauntered up to that thing. He's not excited to do any more deadlifts. He's going to trade out with American Flag Shorts. Jake, I cannot place his last name, but he is from CrossFit Icehouse. And Team Gerard coming across the finish line. They are the second team to finish under the time cap. We are at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. You can see that clock in the bottom middle of your screen there. This clock is going to run until 12 minutes. So they got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to work. Plenty of time in order to get all of it done. There's Foe Workhorses in lane number 13, working on the toes to bar. Black Sheep Gang. All right. I'm going to see if someone from the Black Sheep Gang can come up and talk to me when they're done working out. And then that way you guys can stay on and ask your questions and say hi, and they can see who's watching. Everyone's still just plugging away. Deadlifts, toes to bar, those handstand push-ups. Trying to go synchro with people really takes its toll on you. Foes Workhorses coming across the finish. They're the second team to get across the finish, and there is 45 seconds left. So we'll see who else can make it in and under the time cap. Mr. Clean and the boys are across the line. handstand push-ups seem to be the limiter in this workout. If you can't get the reps, it's just a big waste of energy. You can see there's a guy that collapsed on the ground there. He's tired. His teammate's helping him up. Crew is coming out. I am going to see if I can get an athlete interview with someone from the Black Sheep gang, see how they felt about this workout. Hopefully my media person can get down there in time to grab one of them. I got them. They're on their way. So stay tuned. Black Sheep Gang is coming on. At least one of them. I think I only have a microphone for one of them. And we are getting the floor switched out. We've got Masters teams coming up. Masters teams of 3. We've got 2 heats of Masters, and then that is going to be it for the day. If you are an athlete, that's Team Judgment down there with the big ready break. And they're ready to switch to Masters. Master standards are a little bit different. Do we have a workout graphic for the Masters that would show the differences between the RX and the Masters? I think it's going to be a little bit different. There we go. Masters teams of 3 have got 10, 14, 18, 22. So you notice there's no handstand walking. At the beginning of this, they have deadlifts, 275, 185, toes to bar, just one person hanging. They are not synchro. And then handstand push-ups, one person's holding a handstand, one person doing the reps. We'll go ahead and get started. I got to get my Black Sheep guys hooked up here.
Okay.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Alex Ruggieri.
And where'd you come from?
CrossFit Boynton Beach in South Florida.
South Florida. Okay, we have a lot of people. We're talking Black Sheep Gang all the time on our live stream, and so I thought I'd better bring you guys up here. So can you, first of all, hey Alex, do you know these people?
I do know all those people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring you on and let you say hey to people, but then also just ask you a little bit about what you thought about that event, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it.
Okay. Well, hi, Isabella, Kristen, Aaron, those people, Gina, Helena, Gina, Kane.
We can scroll up a little
hi,
bit.
everybody.
Lots of lots of people.
Isabella.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Sonia.
Hi, everybody. That workout was our worst workout yet.
Yeah.
Strict handstand push-ups were a little tough for us, but where we feel good about coming from South Florida, our swimming abilities, so we're excited to see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Was it like really grippy out there?
It was very grippy. The handstand push-ups definitely were the the 85% of the workout for sure. Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
kind of what I was realizing is it seemed like people were moving through it, but then towards the end they were just really slowing down, and then if they couldn't get the synchro, it was just like a lot of waste of energy.
Yeah, and when the ascending is in the opposite direction instead of going down, it's really easy to come out a little too hot. So you have to try to pull the brakes back a little bit.
For sure. Okay, and then so is this your first time in North Dakota?
This is our first time in North Dakota.
What do you think so far?
Very cool.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how much we like you guys' accents here, and the use of the word "yeah." So we like that. Yeah.
Another thing that us Midwesterners are known for is a word called "ope."
Oh.
Have you ever heard of that?
I can't say I have.
Okay, there's a couple of really funny like Midwest humor accounts, like social media accounts and stuff. But basically, like "ope" is like saying "oh," but we say "ope," and it usually precedes the word "sorry" or "excuse me" or something like that. And so, like, if I'm walking and I'm gonna run into you, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," you know. And I had another gal on, our athlete care person, and she said, "I wonder if you've said 'ope' in front of these people," and I was like, "I don't know, maybe I have." I just said that.
I was just about to say, is another one.
And I go, I probably have. And someone commented on the live stream and said, "Oh yeah, you said 'ope' numerous times."
Funny, very funny,
yeah.
very funny.
So happy to entertain.
Yes, well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to have your other friend hop on?
Yeah, here you go.
So we got one more Black Sheep
Black
guy.
Sheep gang.
All right, and then who are you?
John.
Everyone
calls me Mango.
Mango, okay. Yeah. And then who's Bronco? Are you Bronco?
No, that's Alex.
Bronco, he's the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're Mango. Can you talk a little bit about why you guys are called the Black Sheep Gang?
Just Black Sheep being a little different than what everyone else does.
Yeah.
Kind of being a little different. And then, as you can see, everyone's a family, so kind of like a little gang. Yeah.
What is your affiliate that you work out at in Florida?
CrossFit Boynton Beach.
Boynton Beach? Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's the city that it's in?
Yes.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And so looking forward to the swim event tomorrow, then do you guys have teams of, I'm trying to get the difference between individual events and teams of three. Do you only have the swim tomorrow, or is there one other one?
We have another one. We have the thruster rope climb.
Thruster and rope climbs.
Yeah.
And then those are axle bar thrusters, aren't they? Do you guys have axle bar?
I don't think we do. If we do, it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you're ready for the swim.
Yes, we are.
How do you feel about barefoot pistols?
That's fine. I've been practicing a couple times.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not much different.
No big deal?
Yeah, no big deal.
Okay. Bronco went MIA.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's fine. Well, do you have, if you have anything you want to say to your friends and your fans online,
Thanks
can
for
go ahead.
watching, everybody. You guys are great. Can't wait to get home and see you guys.
Yeah, we thank you so much for traveling and coming all the way out to see us here at Dakota Games, and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Nice
Bye.
to meet you
Nice
guys.
to meet you too.
Yep, thanks. See you guys. All right. That was Black Sheep Gang. They're an RX team of 3. And we have moved on into the Masters team of 3. I got 35 tabs open on my computer here. Okay. We are on Masters teams of 3. This is Handle It. The grippiest handstand push-up workout you've ever done, probably. Okay. So, lane assignments I'm sure went up for our viewers, but just to review what we've got, because these team names are so funny. Lane 1, we've got Sweaty Med Balls. Lane 2, Refurbished. Lane 3, Bigger, Badder, Balder, Fatter from Top Notch CrossFit. Lane 4, Rapid City ARS. Lane 5, CFT Classics from Bismarck. Lane 6 is a Spud, a Burro carrying a donkey. It's my air-friendly word for their name. Lane 7, Bearded Bros. Lane 8, Ojo de Tigris. Lane 9, Hold My Beer. Lane 10, Hammers. Lane 11, Foraging Elite Old Guys. And we have Bearded Bros and Ojo de Tigris across the line, as well as Hold My Beer. 4 minutes and 45 seconds unofficially. Very fast split for this workout. Team Lukewarm in lane 13, Escape from the Home in 14. That is who we have competing with us here today. And then here comes Lane CPR. They sprinted to the finish. There on your screen, shirtless in lane 10 is the Hammers from CrossFit Dakota, and they're going to come across the finish line, Williston, North Dakota, literally the completely opposite end of the state. So if North Dakota is a giant rectangle, we are in the just below middle on the right side of the state, and those guys are from just below middle on the left side of the state on the Montana border. Here comes lane 5, CFT Classics from CrossFit Fargo, sprinting across the line. Well within the time cap limit. This is a 12-minute time cap, and they finished in just about 6 minutes. Still have a couple of teams, I would say about half of our floor out there working through either deadlifts, toes to bar, or the handstand push-ups. And as we just heard Team Black Sheep talking, they said that the handstand it was 85% handstand push-ups, meaning that 85% of their effort went towards the handstand push-ups, even though the workout is called Handle It. No, this is In Sync, right? Yes, this is In Sync. My brain's going. But it's a very grippy workout. They're hanging onto the deadlift bar, hanging onto the pull-up bar. It's really hard to hang on to anything. Resolute Fitness, thanks for tuning in, and thank you very much for the sweet comment. He said, been loving the stream the past couple of days. Keep up the good work. Going to try to qualify next year. Absolutely. Let's go. Couple of teams still out there, still working. And here comes 2 teams race to the finish, and it looks like Sweaty Meatballs is going to get in before Bigger, Badder, Balder, Fatter is going to get in. Refurbished snuck across the finish line there, and I didn't even see him. One of my fellow coaches at CrossFit Fargo, and 2 of my regular 8:30 guys. And then here comes Forging Elite Old Guys, I believe. And we have a Spud and somebody else carrying a donkey. And Team Lukewarm out there still working on those handstand push-ups. And like Team Black Sheep said, and then we have Team Rapid City ARS still working too. We are approaching the end of our competition. We have one more heat. The athletes will have an athlete briefing tonight after the last heat of Masters. So after this heat, there will be one more heat, and then we will have another heat. And then tomorrow, events start at 8 a.m. And unfortunately, the Hobart Aquatic Center will not be live streamed. We do not have the equipment or the setup in order to live stream that event. But we do have videographers that are going to be on site, and we have like an unbelievable video editor who is cranking through content. We are posting tons of videos online, tons of videos in our athlete group, and we'll be adding photos and things like that too. So we're going to try and get coverage to you any way that we can. So make sure that you follow our Facebook page or follow us on Instagram. I would say for video, Facebook is probably the way to go. And you can get some of the pool coverage there, and that is going to be a really cool event. We've got rowing, pistols, which are one-legged squats, and swimming. And it's going to be one for the books. So you heard Black Sheep Gang talking about it. They're ready for it. They've been swimming in the ocean for a long time. So they're going to try and redeem themselves tomorrow. They did not like today's in-sync workout. And if we go wide, you're going to see a lot of the teams making their way down to the pull-up rig to start cheering on the last couple of teams that are working on their handstand push-ups. It's 10:38 out of a 12-minute workout. And this is what CrossFit's all about. Your biggest competition is your biggest supporter. So they're going to have 1 minute left to try and get in the remaining reps required for them to finish the workout. And lane 14's got 5 reps left, but I believe they just got no rep. I believe 1 rep left here in lane 4. And 1 rep left in lane 6. So I think we can get some more people across the finish line. We just got to make sure there's no wasted energy, no wasted reps. We got 30 seconds left. I know we got a couple CrossFit coaches down there, so hopefully they're coaching them up here. Oh, and then they're back on the deadlifts. Handstand push-ups were difficult for those guys. We got 15 seconds left. I think 1 rep left in the handstand push-ups, and they just got no rep, lane 6. That is 3, 2, 1, that's time. Lane 6 was a spud and a burro carrying a donkey. All right, in between the break for our last heat, let's hear from one more of our sponsors, please.
From swimming to dry land, Jolin suits are the only suit that stay on when you're active.
CrossFit, triathlons, running, rock climbing, swimming, synchro. It pretty much fits any activity.
Jolin stays on and looks great. I go in the surf, I don't have to worry about it moving, and I can also wear it to the gym.
The drawstring is amazing. I know that I can rely on these bottoms being nice and secure.
In the past, being a swimmer, you'd buy a suit and it lasts 2 or 3 months.
Where Jolin will last literally years.
And I can do really anything in it.
Anytime I do anything active, I'm definitely wearing my Jolins.
Best suit I've ever worn in my life. They stay put, they hold up really well, the colors are awesome, the prints are awesome.
It's all customizable and adjustable to fit you.
There's like not a single suit that compares to it. It's like up here and all the other suits are down here.
For people who don't know about Jolin, you're missing out.
All right, we are getting ready for the last heat of the day 2 CrossFit Dakota Games. Here's our heats, and again, this is it's the right heat schedule, just a wrong workout name at the top. This is not 3-2 wings and 3-2-1 lift. This is in sync. We are doing masters teams, female masters teams of 3. Our MC is chatting with the crowd. I can't really tell what he's saying, though. Doing a lot of talking. All right. We are running right on schedule, it appears. We've got our Masters females coming up. Lane assignments. Lane 1 is Get It Girls from CrossFit Unshackled. Lane 2 is Finally Masters from Soleil CrossFit. 3, Guns N' Roses from CrossFit Amicus in Dickinson. 4 is Mountain Moxie from Highlight CrossFit. Lane 5, Gradually Older, Wiser, and Taller is CrossFit HSC, which is Hastings, Minnesota. Master Plan, CrossFit Grow. And here come our ladies right now. Had an excellent showing earlier, so we'll see if they keep it up with this workout. 3 Stocky Brunettes from CrossFit UFTA. Careless Thrusters, CrossFit Progression. Swole Mates from CrossFit Volkswagen. 0 F's Given, CrossFit Amicus. Hustle and Muscle, CrossFit Rails in South Dakota. Ladies of the Fight from Undefeated CrossFit. Looks like someone was born and bred in Georgia, and they say, "Oh, my whole life." So I feel like I say it with an E on the end, OPE. Oh, my whole life. Never thought anything of it. Yep, apparently that's a Midwestern thing. But maybe Georgia gets lumped in with the Midwest. Their swole mates waving to all their fans. It's the last heat of the day. People are going loopy. We got judges dancing. We got everything going on. There, if you are watching and you're an athlete, there is going to be an athlete briefing immediately following this heat. And they are off to the races. No handstand walk buy-in on this one. They're just going straight to the deadlifts. They can break it up however they want. And then, excuse me, and then after this, they're going to go right into toes to bar. It's going to be one person working, one person hanging. One person hangs on the bar while the other person works. Right here in lane 8, Moms of Electus. And then on your screen in the Dakota Games shirts, they are, I cannot find them. They're in lane 14, and that's Ladies of the Fight. Down here in the green shirts, lane 1, that is Get It Girls from CrossFit Unshackled. Right next to them on the wall in the green, the mint color is Finally Masters from Soleil CrossFit. And then lane 3, you see still working on those deadlifts. That is Guns N' Roses, CrossFit Amicus. Getting ready to hop up on the bar. I think that she just needs a boost. A lot of people, a lot of teams, I'd say about half the team is back to the deadlift. They're going to cycle through 4 rounds of increasing reps, and it goes deadlifts, toes to bar, handstand push-ups. And they are allowed to do keeping handstand push-ups, but they have to be synchro and match up at the top. So they're going to go through four rounds, technically, of increasing reps, deadlifts, toes to bar, and handstand push-ups. On your screen there in the tan-colored shirt and blue shorts, that's lane 4. Mountain Moxie from Highlight CrossFit. They are from Bozeman, Montana. They got the cattle skull on the front of their shirt. Coming out with the barbells crisscross on their shirt there. That's lane number 7. Assembly required, R&B Fitness. Working through some deadlifts directly in front of them is Master Plan from CrossFit Grow. Okay, that was lane 13, headed back to the pull-up bar hustle and muscle from CrossFit Rails in South Dakota. And on your screen now, pink tank top, black tank top, blue t-shirt is lane 9. 3 stocky brunettes from CrossFit UFTA. This in the mint shirts there, that's lane number 2, Finally Masters. Kicking up onto the wall there, right next to them. Waiting for her partner to be done with deadlifts is lane number 3. That's Guns N' Roses from CrossFit Amicus. Center of your screen, lane number 8, green. And then on the wall right here, kicking up. You can tell it's the end of the day. I can't keep up. All right, 0 F's given. This is lane number 12. Should be on the right side of your screen. They've got one person working through the toes to bar, one hanging on the bar. Looks like they're trying to save shoulders for the handstand push-ups. Either that or I guess, I'm not sure what the strategy is behind there, but they got one, maybe an injury or a rip on their hands or something like that, but the one partner is not doing any of the work. She's going to probably do the bulk of the handstand push-up work, I would assume. Okay, right out front here, lane number 9. 3 stocky brunettes working through their deadlifts. Lane number 7, assembly required. Lane number 6, headed back to the bar. That is Master Plan. We are 5 minutes and 20 seconds into this competition. That is lane number 6. That's Master Plan. Just left of them with the blue tank top is lane number 5, gradually older, wiser, and taller. And ladies of the fight in lane number 14 across the finish line. Moms of Electus coming in right behind them. In less than 6 minutes, in under half of the time that is allotted for the workout, we have 2 teams across the finish line. And here comes Hustle and Muscle down the line at 6:05 unofficially. Excellent work, ladies. Still 6 minutes left for teams to finish the work and get through it. Still get a score. Out there in the blue, that's lane 5. Gradually older, wiser, taller, CrossFit HSC from Hastings, Minnesota. Plugging through some deadlifts one at a time while her teammates in the black tank tops hop up onto the wall. And that one has to get quite a jump, even with the little mat, to get up to that bar. Over there in lane 2 in the mint shirts, really struggled for that last handstand push-up, but they're gonna make a sprint for it across the line. Finally, Masters is in. Here comes Master Plan down the chute. They're gonna get in at 7:08 unofficially. Still got a lot of teams out there working. They have some work left to do, but they're working through it one at a time. Pink tank top shaking out her arms, trying to get the lactic acid out. Mountain Moxie from Montana is gonna hustle through to get into the finish. We're at 7:34 of a 12-minute workout. And this is lane number 1, Get It Girls from CrossFit Unshackled, working through some deadlifts. Assembly Required makes it in across the red line to finish the workout at 7:51, again unofficially. Lane number 10, Careless Thrusters from CrossFit Progression in Minnesota, working through some deadlifts. Center of your screen there. Also is Get It Girls from CrossFit Unshackled, working on deadlifts. There in the blue tank top is lane number 5, gradually older, wiser, taller. The taller one appears to be holding the handstand while either older or wiser is doing the handstand push-ups. There in lane 10 is Careless Thrusters, cranking through some toes to bar. And lane 5's got their last handstand push-up, so gradually older, wiser, and taller make it across the finish line and under the time cap. We're at 9 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left to go. Plenty of time to get the work done and get across the finish line. Lane number 3, the Guns N' Roses back to the deadlift bar, and on your screen is lane number 1, Get It Girls. Working through toes to bar. Guns N' Roses. Just rocking 1 rep at a time, saving the grip as much as they can. Lane number 12 back on the deadlifts too. Lane number 12 is 0 F's Given. They appear confident that one athlete will be able to do all of the deadlifts. So they have their other athletes hanging back, ready to hop on the bar. Remember, these are increasing reps. There's 5 left. Norma's gonna give her the countdown. Hand is in the air. And far right of your screen, deadlifts are done. Now they're on to toes to bar, and that is 0 F's Given, CrossFit Amicus, sorry. That on your screen is heat number 1, Get It Girls. They're up on the wall trying to rock through their handstand push-ups in what I would imagine would be their last set. And we are approaching the 11-minute mark. We are 5 seconds away from 11 minutes, so they have about 1 minute remaining to finish the work. And I don't see any judges. Lane one's hand is in the air, so I think that maybe Get It Girls has the potential to get in the next 45 seconds. I see no other judges with hands in the air. Lane one is coming in. They're gonna sprint in. Got to grab that shaker bottle first and get in with 30 seconds left on the clock. Lane 11 is still working through deadlifts, swole mates. And then they're hoping to hop up onto the pull-up bar. They got one more deadlift. Here is Guns N' Roses doing some handstand push-ups. We've got 5 seconds remaining of our last heat. And that is time. Congratulations to everyone. That is it for the 2019 Day 2 CrossFit Dakota Games. We will be back with you live tomorrow. We are going to be splitting our broadcast into 2 separate links, morning link and afternoon link, in an effort to avoid getting kicked off. We think that maybe our issue before was duration problem. We were running for such a lengthy period of time. So we're going to split into the morning events and then also in the afternoon. If you have friends and family who are interested in the broadcast, please share the link with them, and we will be with you in the morning. Thank you so much for hopping on and hanging out with us. Have a good night.